Hey guys, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. I'm ZeldaMaster, and in this episode, we're gonna go ahead and find Marin so we can take her back to Animal Village and have her wake up that sleeping walrus, because apparently she's the only one that can wake him up, and we need the walrus to wake up so we can continue on because he's blocking the path. So before I do head back to Mabe Village and locate her, I'm gonna go ahead and head over to a pretty important area that I believe is only exclusive for the DX version of the game, which is the version I'm playing on, and that is a photograph like hut thing where you're gonna have a mouse taking pictures of you on your journey, which I find to be really cool because it adds a lot to the game and you can look at pretty freaking stinking cool pictures. So yeah, I believe this was mainly for the Game Boy printer, but obviously it's kind of lame to actually use the Game Boy printer. I never actually owned one, nor would I want to print on it to begin with, but this guy loves taking pictures. Will he, let him take a picture of us? Let's go ahead and let him take a picture of us by standing right here. And now he's just gonna go ahead and snap it, so I'll call this, here stands a brave man. Say cheese. Okay, sweet. So what's your name, young man? My name is Link. So, well, here's your album, Link. Give it a look before you leave. Now we can check out this awesome album and see the picture he just took of us. Now don't worry, it's not literally going to be a snapshot of what we just saw. It's going to be a lot more detailed and you'll actually see how they intended Link to look within the game, I guess. It has a really chibi look to it, like the art style. I don't think that's how they wanted the actual game to look, but this is just an idea of like, maybe if the game was more detailed, it would have looked like this, which I find really cool. Yeah, we could print the picture if you do have a Game Boy printer. I mean, obviously, if you're playing it on Virtual Console, it won't make much sense or anything. So, yeah, that's a thing. But, yeah. Anyways, now let's go ahead and make our way to Mabe Village since we have started this little side quest. And now, certain events, the mouse will literally just randomly appear and snap your photo. So, yeah, this will start a couple cool things for us, and I want to do it now because what's coming up ahead, which is a little date with Marin, there are a couple cool photos you can snap, and I want to make sure this mouse is on the hunt for Link and these awesome photos he can take. So, yeah, but now let's go ahead and make our way back to Mabe Village, and there are two photos we can have him snap of us now. One being with Bow Wow, which I'm going to go ahead and head straight towards because Bow Wow is a pretty awesome pet, and I want him to take a photo of me and him. So there we go. Let's go ahead and stand by Bow Wow. So, hey, that looks great. I'll call it Link Plays with Bow Wow. Now get closer to Bow Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and do so. Yeah, the way the game looks now is kind of weird how Link, it looks like kind of like a 2D game where it's all side-scroll and stuff, but it's not, of course. This is just the angle they're putting it at. Don't worry, the picture won't look this bad. It will be way more detailed than this. So there you go, and he snapped it as Link was running away from Bow Wow. That's pretty cool. Anyways, there's another photo he can take of us, and that's over here. It's going to stand by this window, and well, hi, it's me, the photographer. You seem curious about Grandpa Yulrira. I'll call this Link discovers Grandpa Yulrira, or Link discovers, I'll call this Link discovers Yulrira's secret. And that's him on a phone. Okay, that's cool. Not really much of a secret, but alright. That's two easy photos he snapped of us, and we can easily view him again in the album over at his little place. But yeah, okay, now let's go ahead and look for Marin, because that's what we really need to do, and she's not here. Normally she'd be singing right here, but sadly she isn't. Let's see. So Marin, she likes to go stare by the ocean all by herself. She likes to go stare at the ocean all by herself. Hey, I'm just a kid. Don't ask me. Okay, I wasn't really gonna ask you, but thanks for the tip. Never understood why they always have to give you tips, and they're just like, oh, okay, well, I'm a kid. I mean, I understand when they break the fourth wall, and they're like, oh, I'm just a kid, I don't know what I'm talking about. But when he's literally telling us that Marin likes to stare at the shore by herself, I mean, that's just something you observe, like, you just notice, okay, that's what she likes to do, so that's what she might be doing. I don't know, it just never made sense to me, but I find it interesting as well, like kind of humorous, but I don't know, I'm getting into detail on why he said, oh, I'm just a kid. I guess it really annoys me now, but whatever. Let's go ahead and make our way to Marin, and before I do so, I want to pick up this chest, which will give us 50 rupees. Not bad. As the game says, very nice. Anyways, there is Marin. So, oh Link, I'm glad you found this place. Will you stay and talk to me for a while? Yeah. And check this out. We get a really cool cutscene of the seagulls flying and a better view of Marin and Link sitting at shore. I wonder where these coconut trees come from. Terran says there is nothing beyond the sea, but I believe there must be something over there. When I discovered you, Link, my heart skipped a beat. I thought this person has come to give us a message. If I was a seagull, I would fly as far as I could. I would fly to faraway places and sing for many people. If I wish to the windfish, I wonder if my dream will come true. Well, I'm going to wake up the windfish, so, yeah. Hey, are you listening, Link? Are you listening to me? Yeah, I am. I want to know everything about you. Huh? The walrus wants me to go to him? It doesn't matter. I will go with you to him. And there we go. So, you got Marin. This is your big chance? I don't know what that means. I don't know why Link is literally holding Marin like an object, but yeah. We got Marin to join us, and now she's going to chase us. Yay! Alright, so we have to take Marin all the way to Animal Village, which isn't going to be hard because we got the freaking portal that will, you literally teleport straight to Animal Village. Now, you can actually scare off this monkey by ramming into the tree he's on with your Pegasus boots. Marin will actually run pretty fast if you have the Pegasus boots on, so don't worry, she will not fall behind in any sort of way. And we're going to go ahead and head to Animal Village. But before we do that, there's a couple things we could do with Marin. You know, let's take advantage of this little date we have with Marin and do some stuff. One being standing on this cliff at shore. And this is my first walk with you, Link. This cliff will be our secret place. Aren't you going to say anything? Oh, how I love pictures. Why don't you take a picture when no one is around? You can call it... I'll go develop this. Come see it later. Okay? For a second I thought that was Marin talking. But I'm pretty sure that was the mouse who just took the picture. Or maybe Marin did take the picture and we're gonna give it to the mouse. I can't tell, but either way, this has to do with the whole photographs that you can take with that mouse, and you can print it out with your awesome Game Boy printer and whatever, so that's cool. But there's another photo we can actually take with Marin, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it now because we have Marin with us, and that is if you fall down this well, where I believe we got a piece of heart from. As you fall down, he's waiting for us. So hi, I'm the photographer. What a great photo moment. I'll call this Heads Up. And he snapped the photo. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay, Link? We couldn't actually see the photo itself, but don't worry. It's a pretty hilarious photo. It's Link on top of Marin, like pretty much crushing Link. Link is doing a hilarious face. I will end up coming back and looking at it later on, but for now, we're just going to go ahead and ignore it. And, you know, we'll check it out later, but don't worry, because there are more photos you're going to have to take anyways. There's actually a photo we can take right now, but it requires stealing, and like I said, I'm not going to steal now, but I might end up stealing so I could take that photo to begin with, because I do want to have all the photographs taken of Link. So we'll see. Just, you know, we'll see. Because I know a lot of you guys want me to steal in this game for some reason, but wow, Link, can I try this? What do you say? Okay, sure, let's go ahead and let her play a game. So we're going to pay 10 rupees, and she's going to play the crane mini game. Which is, you know, kind of cool. Let's see how good Marin is. She's actually going to win us something much better than any of the prizes you see here displayed. As you can tell, she is turning quite a bit. Yeah, she's going a little to the opposite side of the screen so she can pick up the minigame guy himself. Yeah, we're going to win this guy. I don't know, I found this so hilarious the first time I figured it out. Like, you can actually have Marin play the crane mini game, and she literally picks up this guy, not an actual prize. And there you go. We won him. So you're good. You're a pro, aren't you? Well, beat it. Pros aren't allowed in here. I don't know if he's being super sarcastic and saying Marin's really bad at the game, or if he actually considers Marin a pro for getting him. I honestly don't know, but yeah, that's the thing. Marin picked up the guy himself, and we got him. So yeah, sadly, it's not really a prize that we can keep. Anywho, there's another kind of thing you can do with Marin. Well, she'll notice your efforts and stuff. And what I mean by that is if you pick up a pot and smash it. Ah, Link, you're a bad boy. Ah, you're a bad boy, Link. Yeah. I don't know why, but every time you pick up a pot and throw it, she literally says that. So I guess she just encourages you to do bad things, or maybe not. I don't know. Really depends on how you look at it. But great, dig it, dig to the center of the earth. She also says that if you dig, every time you dig as well. So you don't really want to throw pots or dig with Marin with you because it will really slow you down. I just thought I'd show that off because that's a thing you can do when Marin's with you. But now, enough of that. You know, our date is over here with Marin. It's time to call it an end and head inside this portal and make our way to Animal Village so we can wake up that walrus that's blocking the path. So if we go ahead and run up here, take a sharp left, head down this screen, he should just be a couple screens ahead. I believe the screen that's right up ahead here. We should find him sleeping. Yep, he is. Okay. Let's go ahead and speak to him, and yes, it's the lazy walrus. Shall I give him a little surprise? Sure. So she sings, and yeah, he certainly woke up with a start. Maybe because he really hates your music. I don't know. But the other animals love it because it's calling for her. She's going to go ahead and sing in Animal Village. So we can go ahead and visit her anytime and see her singing with the animals. But that's not what we're here for. Now that the walrus has cleared up the path thanks to Marin, we can go ahead and take on a little mini boss of sorts. So annoyance, you are only getting in the way. And there you go. So we got a little battle here. We're gonna have to fight this guy in this quicksand, and as you can tell, if you stand still, it will suck you to the center. And if you do get sucked to the center, you'll actually fall and you're gonna have to repeat this whole battle, so you don't want that to happen. What you want to do is you want to be careful, and every time he pops up, attack him as many times as you can. Luckily, when swinging your sword, you're not going to move anywhere, because when Link does swing his sword, he kind of holds himself still, which is really nice. But let's keep swinging our sword until we can kill him. I don't really know how many hits it takes to kill this dude, but okay, I thought that would have killed him. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do this until he's dead. There we go. He's dead. And now the key shall fall. Trying to pick it up, though, won't be necessary because it's going to fall down here, and you got to pick it up from down here. So there we go. We got ourselves the angular key. Sweet. Now, before we leave this area, there's one thing I would like to show off, and that is, you'll notice, yep, that this wall is making some strange noise when you hit it with your sword. That's because there's a secret that holds a piece of heart. Now they have this piece of heart we can leave. But this is the area you would have fell in if you did fail while fighting that boss, or the mini boss, I guess. And you would have just had to climb up here and head back into the cave he was in and fight him again until you actually get him to drop the key. And once he drops the key, you're good. But yeah, there's another thing I want to grab, which is all the way down here. And let's see, I need my power bracelet for this. And that is a secret seashell. Not bad. Right now, I believe we have to encounter the owl while we try to leave this area, so that's going to be super exciting if you ask me. Not really, if you couldn't sense the sarcasm. But yeah, okay, let's just kill this guy. So running out of the Pokies from Super Mario, because they look exactly like them, but they're just like cactuses. Actually, the Pokies literally look exactly like that, just a different color. Anyways, Hoot, the shape of the key shows a fish swimming up a cascade of water. Go now to the mountain waterfall. A leap from the top, and you will reach your goal. He's really vague, but he's talking about the key we just obtained, and how we should use it to open up the path to the next area within the game, which is the next temple. Which is cool, but like I said, we're not going to do that yet, because there's something I want to do. And yeah, there's Marin singing with all of... Wait a second. Okay, so you can tell, we got 3 bunnies, some kind of bird, and I'm assuming it's a bear? Can't really tell what this is, but it seems to be totally absorbed in Marin's song. Okay, that's a thing. So while Marin does her little song and have fun in Animal Village, we're gonna go ahead and make our way to the graveyard, because there's something exclusive for this game that will help us out a lot within the game itself. And actually, before I do head there, I would like to show what I need to do to actually open it up, and that is head back to the library located in Mape Village, because there's a book we can actually now read that we didn't have access to until now, and that's because we have the Pegasus boots. We can now ram into things and literally knock things over. That's what we're literally going to be doing. There's a book that was on a shelf that was too high for Link, so now that we have the Pegasus boots, we'll be able to actually read what's inside this book. So I'm going to go ahead and head inside the library, run straight into it, and well, there's the book. Let's go ahead and read it. So do you want to read this book? It's not really much reading, because what you really want to do, what you want to get from this book is this. So the 5 gravestones. So whatever you got to do, memorize this pattern here. You start with the gravestone that says 1, and the direction the arrow is where you're going to push it, and then you just go in that order. Now I have it memorized, so we're good. This will open up a new path to the Power of Color, which is the color dungeon, and that's what I meant. It's exclusive to this game. If you actually tried playing it like on a Game Boy that doesn't have color, I believe the original Game Boy didn't have color, you wouldn't be able to tackle it on, because yeah, the game requires color to take on in this dungeon. It's pretty much impossible to take it on without color. And I mean, if you're playing it on Virtual Console like I am or whatever, then you're fine. Either way, the DX Origin is playable on lots of other consoles beside the original Game Boy, because I'm pretty sure the original Game Boy allowed you to play the Game Boy Color games, but it didn't display it in color, so that would be an issue. Even on the Game Boy Color, it was hard to tell because there's no backlight and you can't really tell what's going on. But this is a gravestone place you're supposed to head to, and now we need to push the stones themselves in a specific order. Now, if you touch the tombstones, these freaking guinea things will pop out of it. I want to make sure they're all dead. Really? What? He dropped... Did he drop arrows? What the heck? It looks like he dropped, like, bolts. Or whatever. I just want to kill all of these guys because I don't want them to annoy me as I start pushing the gravestones. So let's just make sure this guy's dead. They take a lot of hits. For now, they might not take as many hits, but that really depends on what you guys pick. What I mean by that is, let's just go ahead and start pushing this stuff. Wait. Pretty sure I'm supposed to push it this way. There we go. Alright. This goes up, this goes right, and this goes up. There we go. The path has opened to the color dungeon. Now, before I do enter the color dungeon, which will be actually in the next episode, I need you guys to vote in the comments, and that is red or blue. Because if I pick red, which it will make sense later in the color dungeon, I will get more damage, and if I pick blue, I'll get more defense. I don't really care about the stat buff I'm gonna get, I just care about the color. So which color do you guys prefer? Which color do you want to see Link look like for the rest of the game? Let me know in the comments below, and I will choose it, hopefully. But yeah, in the next episode, we're going to be tackling on the color dungeon, where I'm going to be picking red or blue. We'll see you all when I do that in the next one. Bye!